a storm outside, so don't be alarmed when you hear the bang outside. We are here at the Royal Bafokeng Youth Centre, and I go by the name of POPPYN. Today we'll be talking about youth unemployment in South Africa. So the first question would be, what leads to youth being unemployed?
I am Vinolia Didi here at the Royal Bafokeng Youth Centre. I think one of the most important factors that leads the youth to being unemployed is the rate of dropping out of high schools, because we get young people dropping out from early grades, around the grade of 8, 9, and really dropping out of school with that great achievement. I mean, where are you going to get employed? So yeah, dropping out of schools.
The lack of discipline in our youth. So that's why in most cases we find ourselves not working, and that leads to prostitution and all this kind of stuff. Understand?
Okay, that's quite interesting. So how does unemployment affect you? Oh, okay.
And okay, I go by the name of Christina Dikhasu, and I'm here at the Royal Bafokeng Youth Centre. And the most reasons, again, for being unemployment as a youth is because of our behavior. Most of the times we choose decisions whereby we know that at the end of the day, we won't be at the next stage whereby we want to see ourselves in future. Because most of the times, if ever you use drugs, you won't be able to actually find a job because you'll end up in jail. So there's no way that you can be employed while having a criminal record. Thank you.
And my name is Nomthato Mbelekwani, and I think the other reason why there is unemployment in South Africa is because our democratically elected representatives don't do their work after we vote for them. They are supposed to make job creations, but they end up using the money for their own benefits and not doing anything to help the country. So that's the other reason why there is unemployment in South Africa.
Nice one. And how does it affect us to be unemployed as young people?
You find it very discouraging being the only young person in your community. You find it that you're the only successful one. You get it? Out of the whole 20, all the 19 are like spoiled, and you're the only one who's like driving nice cars, who like went to school. It's discouraging, you know. As young ones, we wanna lead this country with pride and confidence, you know, and educated. I mean, so it's really hurting.
Hi guys, my name is Letlotlo Kudure. My answer to this question is unemployment affects us in a negative way, because most of our youth in the Royal Bafokeng society, they start engaging in bad things like being involved in gangsterism, prostitution.
Okay. Being unemployed as a youth really affects us negatively, because sometimes there are situations at home whereby no parents are working. So as a youth, you have to make sure that you get a job so you can support your family. So if you are unemployed, there's no way that you can all survive, because clearly you cannot go to bed without an empty stomach. And it's not healthy for you to sleep at night knowing that you haven't eaten, because it's not healthy. And most of the times we see ourselves
We can see how it is to being unemployed. We spoke about earlier on, you said something about gangsterism, you spoke about teenage pregnancy. So elaborate on that. How does it affect you as a young person?
I think unemployment affects us, as my sister have said there about prostitutions. I mean, most of girls, we all want to be taken care of, and we need money. So if we don't have money, we end up trusting older men, start sleeping with them so that we can gain money, and end up being trafficked to another country where you don't know anything about that country because you need money. So you can buy shoes, you can buy clothes, you can buy food. So it affects us negatively because we end up selling our bodies just to have money.
And it affects us in a very negative way. As we take a close look, the rate of the crime level has increased in our communities, and it's done by the youth. They break into our houses, take our TVs and all those things. And the level of HIV and AIDS is also increasing because of these unprotected sex. As she said, that the young women will end up selling themselves into older men so that they can earn money. So the rate of HIV and AIDS is increasing. The young teenagers being parents and all that. What did I say? Young teenagers. But yeah, teenagers. Thank you.
Okay, and to elaborate on what my other implementers have said, the other thing that affects us mostly is that we engage in bad things, meaning that we do crime. We see ourselves engaging with people who are really not our types, meaning that there are foreigners out there who come into our world or our country to actually sell drugs to us. So when, as a person, as a youth, when you sell drugs, obviously you're going to use them. And engage into gangsterism, it leads you to rape, stealing and murdering people. So at the end of the day, you will end up in jail. So when you get out of jail, you won't have any job because you'll be having a criminal record. So nobody will actually want to work with someone who... Thank you.
Wow, that's interesting. Unemployment can really damage people. Imagine if you had to go and sell your body just because you have nothing on your pocket. You need that money. You need to survive. So let's share what can be done to prevent unemployment in South Africa. Okay.
I think what needs to be done is that our representatives, the people who we elect, so that they can be the leader of our country, they should do their job and stop using the money for the country for themselves. They must do something to help the youth, like job creation, and do something that will help the youth to have money, to gain something.